out
Today we're going to be talking about...
Alright, yeah, that's fine. Willy Mac show's cool. I will say, I didn't like Willy Mac show at first, but he's been kind of growing on me. He's been, you know, he does good work. I think he's got a good team around him. They do a lot of really good research, so, yeah, so, you know, as far as, I don't really mind Willy Mac show anymore. I watched his original. When I first saw Willy Mac show, though, he was debating Hassan, and I felt like he kind of let Hassan off. He came in unprepared, but he did find out, like, last second that Hassan was willing to talk to him. Yeah, I like, but, yeah, that's why I originally didn't really like Willy Mac show. I felt like he dropped the ball on the whole Hassan thing, but, yeah, I think that he has definitely stepped up recently, and he's kind of coming to his own, you know. He's kind of coming to his own, so he's doing good. I also didn't like the fact that he said that him and Turkey Tom are the only people left in the commentary space, because that's clearly could not be further from the truth. But anyway, all right, guys, let's check out what's going on with wendigoon and this guy I've never heard of. So this video is titled "The Most Racist Leftist Slanders Everyone," featuring wendigoon.
The most politically brain-rotted video I have ever seen, coming from the horror community of all places. Calling every big content creator who held a gun a far-right YouTuber, getting every detail wrong,
to having multiple ties to other far-right extremists.
Listen, on behalf of anybody with a mustache, I just want to say I do not claim this guy. I speak for all people who have mustaches, and except for Burt Reynolds. I don't speak for him. Or Tom. I forget who that guy was. It was on Rosie O'Donnell that one time, and Rosie O'Donnell like cornered him about gun laws and stuff. But yeah, this guy's a disgrace. A disgrace to mustaches. That's what I say to him.
Figures. He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape. He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that...
Why? Why? In the first 5 seconds, they gotta drop the R word, man. I'll never make $1 on this goddamn site with the way things are. This guy has some shit takes here. Well, you know, we like that. We like that on this channel. We like reviewing shit takes. So let's take a... I mean, the fact that he's already jumping in and complaining about guns right away just tells me everything I need to know from here.
That has taken advantage of Nikado Avocado's mental decline.
Nikado is a character. Have you even watched the videos?
He is friends with Mutahar, who...
I do disagree. Nikado, he might be playing a character, but that... Tom Selleck, thank you, Tina. Nikado Avocado may be playing a character, but do not tell me that that guy is not mentally disturbed. Yeah, Tina, no worries. Nikado, the fact that that guy is destroying his body for a character... you know, that is like, that is mental disease right there, right? He's not, you know, he's not like playing a movie role. He's a guy on YouTube. So in my opinion, I think Nikado Avocado needs help, and he needs it fast. Plus his content to me is just like the cringiest stuff ever. So that's my opinion on Nikado Avocado. Don't like him. Don't like him at all. The guy got famous by sitting down eating and telling stories, which that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Whatever floats your boat if you enjoy that thing, that kind of stuff. Tom Selleck is a scammer, according to Scott Schaefer. Oh, my God. Everybody's a scammer, right? What's he trying to sell, crypto? Did you guys see all the celebrities now that are in the crypto? It's like, it's embarrassing. It's got, usually that's a top signal, and it means like to get out of the markets because it's going to get ugly. But it's happening so early in the bull run that, like, I don't even think that the celebrities jumping on board are going to be able to mess it up. But, who's that chick? The white Australian chick with the big booty, Iggy Azalea. She has a coin called Mother that is actually doing pretty well. Because she posted a picture with her butt next to the coin, and she definitely got one of them Brazilian butt lifts. But yeah, Iggy Azalea is beautiful. Just saying. Not as beautiful as my fiance, but Iggy Azalea. I mean, if I was single, she could get it. But I'm a happy engaged guy, so she's not gonna get it. Never. I'm loyal to my woman. Yeah, some guy is behind it all. Huh. That's weird. Scott Schaefer, the guy who did the video that we reacted to about the dude who was like trying to get the dude to do gay stuff, right? Is that what you're talking about? Is that the same dude? You know what? I should probably change the title of I should probably change the title of this. CoffeeZilla just talked about it. No shit. He talked about Tom Selleck, or he talked about like the crypto people. Hang on, I gotta update the title real quick. All right. What's up with this wendigoon drama? No, that's the wrong. Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. Welcome to the most professional stream in all of YouTube. The other keyboard's like so far away. All right. Update it all. Now we got new stuff going on. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna get back to it. Sorry, I had to update it because before it was like I feel like more people actually come in and see what I'm talking about if they know what I'm if they know the situation that we're talking about. Let me get my chat back up here. All right.
Who argued against...
It was on Voidzilla about the celebs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be a mess. By the way, guys, I know not financial advice. I mean, do what you want to do with your money, but I would not recommend putting your money into a celebrity's coin. Just my opinion, unless it's Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift, her coin, I think would skyrocket and stay skyrocketed just because of how obsessed people are with her. But if you're going to invest in something, I would not invest in Mother, or no matter how nice Iggy Azalea's booty is, do not invest in her coin. These are all going to be get-rich-quick schemes for the celebs to make more money, and they're going to do it at the expense of you and then just beg for forgiveness later. I'm calling it right now. That's exactly what it is. So invest in... don't invest in celebrity meme coins, all right? I think meme coins are cool if you find the right one. Like, I'm invested in Brett. I think Brett's going to be huge just because of how big Coinbase is. So I would recommend that one. Again, not financial advice. Do what you want with your money. This just happens to be something that I'm invested in Brett. And I'm invested in DGen because I'm a DGen. But the DGen coin actually has some utility to it. Like, it's currency on a site, an influencer site, so it's got utility to it. But all right, back to the video.
Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Oh no, this guy hasn't watched anything. This guy will pearl clutch at...
Yeah, you cannot say that Mutahar was being transphobic to Keffals in his video. He did not bring up one time about her being trans. And in fact, he said that what she was doing was bad for the trans community. Yeah, I'm going to speak over Willy Mac. I don't care. Because this is my stream right now. But, I mean, we'll hear Willy Mac's takes on it. But, I mean, if you could clearly tell, if you think that Mutahar was being transphobic in his video about Keffals, one, you need Jesus because you're wrong and you're lost and you need to find God. Secondly, you are a silly snowflake. If that, like, you actually fit the definition of a snowflake. That term gets thrown around a lot, and a lot of times it doesn't apply. It's like people just say it just to say it. But if you think that Mutahar was being, that's like saying I'm transphobic for my video I did on Lily Tino. I didn't bring up anything about her being trans. I talked about the behavior that came along with being trans. That trans stuff was just about the thumbnail anyway, and he didn't even make it. Yeah, I didn't think the thumbnail was bad. I thought it was actually pretty clever because Keffals is like a monster. That's basically the gist of the thumbnail, is that Keffals is a monster, and Keffals is a monster. And we're going to dive a lot deeper to that in my video that I released about Keffals and Mutahar drama. Like, I'm going to dive deep into that, so that's why we're not touching that today. As much as I'd love to talk about that, you guys are going to have to wait for the video release for that one.
at every opportunity, while at the same time pushing harmful stereotypes, like saying that everyone who lives in Appalachia is a racist.
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist. Genuinely in this part of
Keffels used to use the same artist for hers before that, so Keffels used the same artist as Mudahar? Is that what you're trying to say? I might have missed the correlation between the two there.
the country. You have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
And then
Oh, shut the fuck up. Really? That is the worst. That might be the worst take ever. Anybody who's white is racist unless they tell you otherwise. So I have to go around, and anybody who's not white, I have to be like, listen, by the way, man, I just want to give you a heads up. I'm not racist. Yeah. So just take my word for it. Oh, the thumbnail artist. Yeah. I do all my own thumbnails, guys. Not because I'm talented, but because I'm too poor to afford anybody to actually make them for me. I mean, people were looking so forward to that Mudahar video. I feel like he would have done fine if I did his thumbnail, you know, because Mudahar is just OG and been in the game for so long that everybody was waiting on that Keffels video. But yeah, a nice thumbnail doesn't hurt. But yeah, going back to what that guy just said, absolute like mind-boggling that he just said. Assume anybody who's white that you meet is racist unless they tell you otherwise or show you otherwise. So apparently if you're white, you're racist. Unless you go around just with a sign on or a shirt on that just says, trust me, I'm not racist, bro. Which would probably suggest that you are racist. In fact, I would say that the guy, not Willy Mac, but the guy that we're talking about here is more racist than most white people because the fact that he's so worried about it. Like, if you truly weren't racist, yeah, that's a good, he's a knobhead. That's a good way to put it. If you were truly not racist, right, you look at everybody and treat everybody exactly the same. If you are racist, and believe it or not, anti-racism is racism. If you go around and you go up to a black person and you're like, oh my God, I just want to let you know I feel your plight, right? That's victimizing. That's insulting. And that, in my opinion, is racism. True non-racism is going around to people and treating everybody the same regardless of what they look like. That is true, like, not racism. Anti-racism.
he legitimately tries to use this as a point to prove that Wendigoon is a racist because he lives there. I love my job.
And beyond that is the Cherokee Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just...
First off, this guy's got to get rid of that shirt. That shirt needs to get put in a trash can and burned. That is the ugliest shirt I think I've ever seen. This guy watches too much Vosh. That's basically what I'm getting at here. There's too much. This guy watches too much Vosh. Watches too much. I don't want to say he watches Destiny because Destiny actually makes some solid points. Best thing to do is treat others how you want to be treated. Thank you, Astro. That is like the golden rule still holds up to this day. If you treat like I live by the golden rule. If you treat me good, I'm going to treat you good back. If you treat me like a dick, guess what? I'm going to be a dick right back. Because that's how I view it. Like, I'm not going to treat... That's where the golden rule breaks down for me, though. Is like, if you come up to me and you treat me like a piece of crap, then guess what? I'm going to treat you like a piece of crap back. All right? Like, that's kind of the gist of it right there. Because, I'm like, okay. So you're treating me how you want to be treated, so clearly you want to be treated like a jerk. Because that's how you're treating me. You're treating me like a jerk. So that must be what we're doing here. But yeah, well said, Astro. Well said. Missed you, brother. I'm happy we're back.
on the other side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee. And I'm not even saying what town he lives in, according to the latest census.
What is this guy doing with this style here? He's like, I bet you his hands are in his pockets too. He's presenting himself like he's some dash, like charming debonair. I'm just going to tell you, he lives in East Tennessee. And you know what? I just want to be cool, and I want you all to appreciate me, so I'm going to do my nervous sway here, and I'm going to put on this voice, and I'm going to tell you guys just how smart I really am. I can't say I follow it all the time, but I'm kind of an asshole and spend most of the time alone. What is the graphic around him? Yeah, it looks like some kind of like what are those things? Oh my god, I can't think today. You know, you put it up to the light and you twist it. That's what it looks like behind him. This guy's a douchebag. I'm just gonna go. I know that YouTube doesn't want me bullying. I'm not bullying. I'm just saying the take is the take of a douchebag. First off, he's calling out all these people, accusing people of being racist. I guarantee he's never met any of these people in his life at all, and this is how he's treating them. It's terrible. A kaleidoscope. Thank you, Astro. I never would have thought of that right now. I'm too burnt out. I'm too burned out. Remember, guys, I did years of drugs. So decades of drug abuse, so my brain cells are fried. See, I can't even speak right. Let's just let this idiot talk some more.
There are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley.
But why would this guy push so hard to frame Wendigoon as a racist? Well, it's because he wants to gatekeep the horror movie review genre. I'm not gonna make it through this.
So what if he's a conservative? Is that a problem? Which the answer to that is yes.
Oh, shut the hell up, dude. This guy sucks. What is wrong with you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? There's nothing wrong with being a conservative. There's something wrong with being a racist, sure. But your opinion is that all conservatives are racist, which is like the most MSNBC take out there. I guarantee you, most conservatives, if they invited minorities over to their barbecue, would treat them 10 times better and more normal than any liberal who brought over people. Because you know why? The conservative will crack open a beer and talk about life with the person. Like a wokey will open up a wine or a wine spritzer and want to just tell that person how persecuted they are and how they understand them. That is not the same. We are not the same. Conservatives are not the same. Oh, geez, that would actually make sense. Mo, as pathetic as it is. Yes, it is. It's pretty sad, dude. Like, this guy is like, you can tell he's insecure first and foremost. Secondly, absolutely an idiot. Total idiot. He wants to gatekeep the horror review genre. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to start doing it just so that this guy has to make a video about me. And I'm going to tell him how much nicer my mustache is than his. He looks like a child pedo. I look like I can fix your truck.
But the reason that I care is because this does not belong in horror or anywhere. I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated
Yes, that's why you live horror every day with that shirt.
so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
It all just reminds me of Hassan saying the word cracker isn't racist and then repeatedly using it in the most racist way possible.
Crime of using the C word, cracker. Did I say, oh my God, saltine cracker? Like, people are just bitter because it's saltine cracker. That's not what I said, you dumb cracker bitch.
Cracker.
Also, you guys know why fun fact, everybody's assuming that cracker is referring to a edible, right? The reason the word cracker makes sense as a white person slang is because back in the day, they cracked the whip. That's why black people refer to white people as crackers. Not because of a saltine cracker, but because they used to be the people who crack the whip. The more you know, people, the more you know.
Cracker this, cracker that. All this talk of crackers is making me hungry, but I don't want some sugary snack. Good thing I have Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is cereal.
Oh, okay, we're skipping this. Sorry, brother. Magic Spoon ain't giving me no money.
MagicSpoon.com/Willy or scan the QR code and use.
Oh, that Frogan shit? Yeah, Frogan is on another level of absolute bonkers. Like, she has watched Hassan Piker for way too long. Frogan needs to go do something with herself. Yeah, that was a good segue. Yo, I'm just telling you right now, sponsors, if you watch this video, once I get my views up and you guys start offering, my plugs are going to be better than any other YouTubers. I will be so creative in how I present your product that you're going to want to pay me triple. I'm just saying right now, all right? Don't believe me. Someone come and sponsor me and watch me work. That's all I'm going to say. And watch me nay-nay.
code Willy at checkout to get $5 off any order. Thank you Magic Spoon for sponsoring this video.
Nobody even wants you here.
In Praise of Shadows, also known as Zane, is a horror movie review YouTuber. He loves focusing on the political analysis of film and relating everything back to being left-leaning, which is fine, it's his content, but it does come off as a bit.
Oh my God, no, Dave, I will not sponsor olives unless they pay me enough. I'll be like, olives? I mean, they smell terrible, don't taste great, but some people like them. Olives. Somebody pay this guy, please. YouTube ain't paying me. I'll tell you what, I went from making like $100 a month to making like 30, and that's still off of the Savannah video. All of my money for the past 3 months have all come from my Savannah video. I need a new one, man. I need a new hit. I think the new video I'm gonna make is gonna be a hit though. But I've also thought that before, and it didn't work out. So we'll see what happens. But Papa EG is desperate for another hit video.
Bit cringe at times. He reviewed The Hills Have Eyes.
This is a film about cannibals killing and eating a family who get
I know, I didn't want to spend it all in one place, Astro.
lost on their summer vacation. And psychologically, most when they watch this will be on the side of the vacationing family and wish for them to
I did not know that The Hills Have Eyes had a movie before the one that was remade. That's new to me. That's news to me.
survive and make it out and get back home. And why is that?
It's because they're cannibals.
Because if you look at this from the perspective of the hill people, they are
Yes, thank you, Astroworm. That is a good point. At least I am not buying crack cocaine.
only defending what is theirs, this land that they call home. To say that the hill people and the New Yorkers are of the same nation would only be true in the strictest definition, in that they happen to live within the same borders, but culture.
Fun fact, that guy that's on the screen right now actually looks like that. Can you imagine getting casted in a movie to be the ugly guy, and they're like, no, you don't need any makeup. You're good to go. That has to be a hard paper route right there.
Surely, they couldn't be more different. The Hills Have Eyes is a clash of when you take two types of people who hold absolute contempt for one another, and then you proceed to call them both
Look at all the places he's referring to. The New Yorker, The Guardian, all like super left-leaning publications. No wonder this guy's formed the opinions he has.
American and equals.
He was, hey you guys.
Who supposedly have the same opportunities at birth.
Oh, my bad. I guess it's about BLM in January 6th. He ended up getting memed on quite a bit for this video, with the top comment saying, "This video. The family had a flat tire and momentarily tried to retrieve their lost dog. So who's the real murdering cannibalistic rapist here? It was self-defense. I don't know. It's weird to say someone's invading your land when all that happened is they crashed their car and went looking for their lost dog."
And as he falls to the ground,
Yeah, this guy's definitely reaching here for this. All right, one is a family who's trying to find their lost dog. The other one are people who are killing folks for trying to find their lost dog. Oh, by the way, guys, I was watching this. At lunchtime we watched these TV shows, and I was watching this one at work today. Have you guys ever seen the show I Shouldn't Be Alive? Well, there's this episode of this guy who gets lost in the rainforest, and this dog literally spends half the time trying to find this guy to help him out, and the guy ends up eating the dog. It was like hard to watch. I was like, dude, he should have kept that dog forever, but he ended up eating the dog. It was very sad. But yeah, check that show out. It's pretty nuts.
the symbol of inherited generational wealth, education, and power stands over his already dying body and stabs him repeatedly in the heart. Not to kill him, which at this point is already an inevitability, but to remind him of his place.
Or maybe it was just to kill the cannibal that attacked him and his family. I don't know. Just my interpretation. The reason why we're
Willy, you're reaching, man. Clearly that guy only murdered that other guy because you know, capitalism.
talking about this is because
Yeah, dude, I know. But the guys at work made a good point. They were like, not D-Bag Brian, but the other guys made a good point. Like, if you were in that situation and you were on the edge of death and you had this dog here and you knew that it was your only way of surviving, would you eat the dog? And I was like, oof, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough. I was like, I don't know if I could. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to, right? But still terrible. I just love dogs so much. It would be so hard for me to take one out and eat, and because the dog probably would be fine. But and the thing that made it worse was that the dog searched for this guy over 40 miles to find him, and the dude ended up just eating the dang thing. Where'd the sound go? Oh, I muted it somehow. I muted it.
Bad conservative horror movies, which is not about conservative movies at all. The video is split into 3 parts. Part 1 is calling everyone stupid for not agreeing with his Hills Have Eyes review and blaming his audience's stupidity for his channel dying.
I don't think that most of them have actually even watched it. And I kind of want to look at this, because posting that video was a huge negative turning point in my life. And the way that that one video was...
I can't stand this guy. Everything about him just makes you... I'd search for other options first. Yeah, he found berries, but he threw them all up, like, because he was so starved that his body couldn't handle digesting the berries. So, I mean, he was like drinking water with the dog. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you would never know what you would do in that situation unless you had no other choice. But yeah, no. Back to this douche. I can't stand him. I can't. Is he wearing a dress? I think he's wearing a dress right there.
Received has really impacted everything around me. Before that, I was relatively comfortable financially. I could make the kinds of videos that I wanted to, and have honestly struggled very badly ever since then.
Probably because most people realize that leftist talking points are dumb as hell. I mean, let's be honest, right? How many times have you seen people, like a person who's not even like a debater, a master debater, come in and debate someone on the left and just whoop them because they just use logic and facts? It happens all the time, right? Destiny is the only hope that the left has. Hassan Piker would get owned in almost any debate he had. I could debate Hassan Piker right now. Hassan, if you're watching this, I dare you to bring me on. I could debate Hassan Piker right now and I would own him because I come with facts and logic. Hassan comes with anger and stupidity. We are not the same. We are not the same. And I can tell, like, that's why so many people, like, I did, if you guys go see my video that nobody watched, which is YouTube becoming an alt-right website, I break down in that video how YouTube is not pushing right-wing propaganda. It's the algorithm that's pushing it because more people are watching it. And why are more people watching it? Because more people can relate to it. More people can watch and listen to what a conservative has to say and be like, yeah, you know what? I think they're more right than the other side. Let's not forget that right now, millions of illegal immigrants are flooding into our southern borders. If you were going to invade the United States, would you try to do it with an all-out war effort? Probably not, right? But would you do it by infiltrating it like the Trojan horse? Yes. That's like, if I was planning to invade the United States, which, by the way, I'm not. I love this country. I would do this exact thing. Send all of my soldiers in through the southern border, act like they're trying to be citizens, and then when I give the signal, bring down the infrastructure. Don't forget the random hypotheticals. Yep, you're right, Dave. Good point. It's just chaos, dude. It's just absolute chaos right now. This makes what's happening today makes no sense. That's why everybody's starting to get on board with the conservatives. Like the election is Trump's for the winning. If he loses, then it's the conservatives just run a bad campaign. Can you invade if you're already here? Yeah, we've already been invaded. Good point, Astro. It's like, what are we even, like, we're already invaded. Like, it's too late. Like, we can't, like, these people have scurried like rats. Now, are there obviously people who have come in here with good intentions? Yes, I'm sure there are. But you cannot tell me that every single, like, how many Americans have already been murdered by some of the illegals who they've let in? I know at least 3 off the top of my head, all young women who had bright futures ahead of them. We talked about it on the stream before. It's terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible.
He's like, nobody treats me like a person anymore, despite none of the comments being that bad.
They don't even treat me like a person.
He's so dramatic. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you're going to gatekeep horror movies from everyone who's not extremely left-leaning.
Horror is an intrinsically left, punk, anti-establishment, countercultural art form.
Actually, being conservative now is more countercultural than being left ever was. Yeah, maybe back in the 60s and the 70s, being leftist was countercultural and being a hippie was counterculture. But you cannot sit here and tell me that the left is counterculture anymore. Like, Rage Against the Machines are the establishment now, right? Can you... I mean, that's just the facts, right? You cannot debate that. I mean, think about it. Every institution run right now, BlackRock's super leftist organization. Who the Foxtrot is this guy? He's just some really sad sack Dave. He's some guy who is like telling everybody that this dude who does horror stories is racist and he's all this stuff just because he's a conservative. Wendigoon, if you're not familiar with the name. All right, we're only 5 minutes in this video. I need to let this play a little more. We're an hour into the stream and I'm only 5 minutes in this video. I talk way too much.
That is primarily concerned with social issues and pushing boundaries beyond what is deemed acceptable by traditional, more conservative, polite society. There's no other way that you can rationally look at it and still exist within reality.
The vast majority of viewers just want to see the scary thing and hear the scary story. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you talk—
Yeah, that's a sad thing, Astro, is this guy probably thinks he's really right. He's probably like, I don't understand why nobody agrees with me. Everything I'm saying is based. No, it's not, dude. You sound like a moron, first off, and secondly, you sound like someone who's never had a date. And you've been hurt by every girl you've ever loved because they leave you for a guy who's actually like has a male vibe to him.
Talk like a gatekeeping
Guarantee you, Willy Mac could come in and steal any girl that dude ever dated.
douchebag. He goes on to discredit every other creator who doesn't apply his same politics to their analysis.
Folks constantly talk about the political undertones in my videos.
Yeah, I probably should have watched this guy's videos over Willy Mac's, but Willy Mac does a good job of just like picking all the good stuff, so that's why I'm watching Willy Mac. Even Napoleon Dynamite got a date. You're right, Dave, but he only got that date after his amazing dance performance. Like that dance performance was incredible. That was the only time that Deb actually was interested in him. So, maybe Deb was a gold digger and only cared about Napoleon when she saw how good of a dancer he was. Yeah, you're right, Asher. We all could take his girl. Call me Mr. Take Your Girl.
But horror is an unabashedly political genre that is concerned directly with issues facing the current society. And if you're in the horror space and you don't regularly acknowledge this foundation as a challenge to power, then I just assume you're in it for the money, or that you don't actually care, or—
Jason Blum, who is the guy from Blumhouse, is super conservative, and he's like, have you guys seen, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Dashcam, maybe. But it's basically like a movie that basically bashes lefts the whole time. So you don't sit here and tell me that horror movies are a left-leaning thing. It's not. It's not at all. If anything, it's like so one of the best horror directors of ever, Jason Blum, is super conservative. And it's amazing that they even let him work in Hollywood. Issues in the current society. Dude, what if it's just a foxtrot story that people want to watch to escape reality? Well, Dave, that makes too much sense, man. That's not how this guy thinks, all right? He's gotta figure out a way to fit everything he does into his own narrative.
Or you're just really bad at your job. And if that makes you uncomfortable or—
Yeah, that's a good point too, Astro. Whoever makes the movie could— I mean, honestly, though, all Hollywood is left-leaning now, so it's kind of like you kind of have no choice but to be leftist. If you want to be an actor in Hollywood, the last person remaining is like Chris Pratt, and they try to cancel him every chance they can. And Chris Pratt is like one of the nicest guys. Not that I've ever met him, but Joe Rogan said that Chris Pratt's like one of the nicest guys he's ever met, and he looks like he is too. Or writers, yeah. Anything you do in Hollywood, even the boom mic operator's probably got to be leftist, or else he's not allowed to work. Tim Allen came out conservative, and the minute, like, nobody wants to work with him anymore. Rosie O'Donnell came out conservative, and they tried to destroy her career. It just, every single person, if you try to be conservative in the slightest, Gina Carano said one thing, lost her job at Disney, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, this is unfortunately like the reality of what we're dealing with now. I feel like it's a way bigger picture than he's painting it. He's specifically blaming horror movies or something. Yeah, I think he's blaming other people for not understanding his points, when in reality, everybody understands his points. He thinks everybody's stupid. So many guys like this, I know. I've met so many guys like this in my lifetime who believe that they are so right that they can't possibly be them who's wrong. It's got to be everybody else who's wrong. It's called main character syndrome. Very popular thing right now. Go out and drive on the road for 2 minutes. You'll see 1 million people drive by you with main character syndrome because they think where they're going is more important than where everybody else is going. If you try, I'm just going to put you honest. If you drive near me and you try to force your way in on me because you think where you're going is more important than where I'm going to make your drive suck. I'm just putting it right there. I'm putting it out there because, one, we all are trying to get somewhere. It's not like where you're going is more important than where everybody else is going. I had this problem when I was driving home from work today. So many people cut me off left and right because they think where they're going is more important than where I'm going. And it's and that's just not the case. Like, we all want to go to where we're trying to go, right? So if I see you coming up real fast and I know you're going to try to get in front of me, guess what? I'm going to slam on that gas, dude. I'm going to press the pedal to the metal and I'm not going to let you in.
Upset that I often do that in my videos. That's probably a good thing.
It's a very pretentious video that only becomes more unself-aware when he starts to complain about the drop in viewership hurting his ability to pay bills.
There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't...
Oh, shut the hell up, dude. If I made $500 in ad revenue, I'd be dancing, celebrating. Does this guy really think that people are sad for him? Go get a job like the rest of us, dude. I go to work, I come home, and then I work on YouTube. That's what I do. Like, you are not entitled. This is a big problem with a lot of people who are trying to make it on YouTube today. So many think they are just entitled to an audience. That's not how it works. Like, yes, I've had success with some videos where I've got a lot of views, and the last couple of videos I released have done very, very bad. I don't get mad. I don't get mad that people aren't watching my video. I don't blame them. I don't blame YouTube, right? I try to like, you saw it all happen one time, Astra, right? I released a video. It didn't get a lot of views. I was like, all right, guys, I got to come up with something here. Like, let me try and change the thumbnail. And then bam, it started having some life to it. That's not because I felt like I was just entitled to those views. I got to work to make people watch my stuff. They're just not going to just randomly come and watch my stuff. Like, who the hell am I? You have to give them value, a reason for them to want to watch, or else they're not going to care. Exactly. You're the one in control for the most part. Exactly. Yep. YouTube will try to help you. Trust me, YouTube wants you to be successful, because the more successful that you are, the more people will come and watch YouTube. So YouTube wants you all to be successful, but however, they're not going to push creators who people aren't watching. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, yeah, I've slacked on some of my videos, and I deserve to not get a lot of viewership for it. But it also forces me to go back and look at what I'm doing and figure out what's best for the channel moving forward. Randomly come to watch my stuff. Yeah, Dave, I appreciate you, man. Your family. Yeah, they pushed the shit out of my concert videos. Awesome. Yeah, see, that's a good thing, right? Like, you're like, okay, this works. Let's keep making that work. But there's also like a part of you that's creative that makes you want to try and do stuff, you know?
Can't live off that. The amount of
you got to be true to yourself as a creator. Oh, good. That's awesome, Astro. I'm happy for you, man. I want to see people do well. Like, there's people out there who get like jealous if other people are doing better than them, but I don't. I want to see people do well. Because, one, you've been so supportive of this channel. I would love nothing more to see you be successful, you know?
times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly. I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year.
Gee, I guess getting a job never crossed your damn mind.
Let me get this straight. This guy isolates his viewers that aren't on the extreme left, tells them to leave, and
100
that horror isn't
messages
for them, and then cries when his viewership goes down. You can't make this up. But you know what? I still kind of feel bad for him. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. Trying to go full-time on YouTube is also hard. But I fail to show any empathy when he's continually shooting himself in the foot, and then he's turning down sponsors.
I, as a blanket rule, have never accepted gifts or sponsorship for my work, even
That's where the majority of a lot of YouTubers' money comes from, is sponsorships. Yes, ad revenue's nice, but if you're not getting like at least 100,000 views of video, then you're not gonna be able to live off of ad revenue. Sponsorships where the majority of like influencers make their money. Not that I would know. I've never had a sponsor ever. I had one guy who offered to pay me money to promote his channel, but I turned him down because I was still new and I didn't know if that was gonna look good or not. Plus, I didn't know, like, I looked at his channel as pretty bad, so I didn't want to like vouch for a channel that I didn't think was very good. Yeah, anyone should know that it's supplemental. Yep, it should. Like, don't quit your job and do YouTube full time if you're not getting views. How about that?
though I get a constant stream of email offers about them.
This guy is just a struggling artist. He's better than us.
Either way, you sadly became full of yourself, mourning over your poor artist soul and drowning in self-pity.
But it does seem a little tone deaf to cry to your audience about bills while you're leaving money on the table. He spends the rest of the video pearl clutching. A guy wants the horror movie Abigail to gross more than Civil War, and that's somehow fundamentalist Christian language.
This is the kind of language that fundamentalist Christians use, and we are
100% this guy's living with his mom. Why is he down in his dirty ass basement too doing this video? Like, why is he down in the basement? Like, I guess his parents were like, you better freaking turn that down. I'm trying to watch my soap opera. You better record that down in the basement. Mom, you don't understand my tortured artist. I need to be here. Okay, I'll go down the basement.
subjecting people to listening to.
That's a green screen. And that's the background he chose, was a dirty basement. Oh my God. This guy's like, this guy was probably a big fan of Mankind in WWE when he first came out.
It in relation to a moderately decent movie about vampire children eating people. But it really is that kind of Orwellian fascist idea.
A character live streams in a horror movie and the chat says the F slur.
Oh yeah, the forest, yeah, with the kaleidoscope. Oh.
Comment section that is on screen at all times constantly uses slurs, including the word multiple times.
Oh shit, this is the movie I was talking about. Yes, I knew this was gonna be, yeah, he's in his own horror movie. This is the movie that Jason Blum did that I call Dashcam. It's great, dude. Check it out, dude. It's so good. There's a guy, she has a shirt on that says, anti-woke or something, and some lady dies in a car crash, and she or it's like F liberals or something like that, and she puts the shirt over the lady when she's dead, and with the shirt that just says F liberals to try to cover her corpse. Oh, dude, it's so good, dude. That's probably one of my favorite horror movies ever. I'm glad this guy don't like it. He should dislike it.
From what I can tell, neither Shepard nor Savage are actually queer, but I can't find conclusive evidence to say that 100%.
Tarantino movies say the N-word and he isn't black. Is this an R-rated piece of media or not? Let's face it, we all know if the lady from Halloween was streaming, some asshole would be in the comments calling her the F slur. A film director says he doesn't care about COVID, and
See, there he is. Boom, Jason Blum. Told you guys, that's why I like Jason Blum. Jason Blum put me in one of your movies. I'm an actor. I was Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar, son. So far, yeah. Okay, hang on. Let's read what the first tweet says. It says, with the surge, is Halloween Ends going to start filming and be released on schedule? And Jason Blum said, so far, yeah, we are like the only ones shooting. My views are on Omicron are extreme. If I shared them, my PR team would most likely burn down my house with me in it. Yeah, see, I'm telling you guys, he's conservative, but he has to be coy about it because he doesn't want to stop working in Hollywood, and no producer will touch him if he's conservative. Which Daily Wire is genius for this, right? Because they see there's a whole market for conservatism that's not being tapped into, and let's be honest, probably more than half of America is conservative. Not to mention the grander world, like conservatives in Britain and stuff, in England. who are all being suppressed right now as bigots because they don't fall in line. Yeah, I like Jason Blum. All his movies are awesome.
frames as him wanting to kill all of his employees.
I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but at least to me, when I read that, it seems that he is implying that he did not care if his employees got COVID under his command and possibly died, so long as—
Oh, shut the hell up. How many the people we all know who the people who were dying, and I don't even want to go on a coronavirus rant right now because I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, this is stupid, dude. This guy's an idiot.
Because the product continued to get made and that he could get even more wealthy.
This tweet was made in 2022. Nobody cared about COVID anymore in 2022. A director was a guest on Ben Shapiro, so that means he's a Nazi.
One of his biggest crimes against horror to me is that he sat down to be a guest on the Ben Shapiro show. You know, the old 1940s phrase that roughly goes, if you have 10 people and one Nazi willingly sitting down for a meal together, then all you have is 11 Nazis. So, if one film executive sits down with a fascist for a civil conversation, then all you have are two fascists being broadcast over the internet.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Ben Shapiro is a big fan of the Nazis, considering he's Jewish. You dumb. Oh my god, dude. Calling Ben Shapiro a Nazi has got to be the most the most ironic and moronic thing that I've ever heard. Yes, because Ben Shapiro is on board with the people who tried to eradicate his people. Yeah, I'm sure that makes a lot of sense. You dim. Oh, I can't even say what I want to say about it. This dude's an idiot.
And this leads into a 40-minute unhinged rant saying Wendigoon, another horror YouTuber, is a fascist along with everyone he's interacted with on Twitter. He says Wendigoon can't analyze horror content because he has money and owns a gun.
I have no need or desire to hear 5 hours of opinion.
I want to box this guy. Can we set up a fight? I would like to box him. I told you this would make you mauled. Yeah, dude, this is like right up my alley of just anger. This guy's so full of himself, man, and he's so cocky and arrogant about the way he delivers this too. Like, he's so full of himself. How does he go about like just, oh, you know what? I'm so right about everything I'm gonna say. I got a mustache, and it sucks. That's a good. This is a good mustache right here. This is what a mustache should look like, guys. Not that. That looks like a guy who's going to try to take your kid into the bathroom at a party.
On Blood Meridian from a 21-year-old millionaire who got famous around the age of 19. There are some works that fundamentally will—
What does him getting famous at 19 mean? I fail to see what the hell this dude's talking about. While just pissing on everyone who can. Yeah, this guy's so full of himself, dude. It's insufferable. And here we are back in the woods again.
Not be understood by you if you are wealthy and have always been upper class your entire life. And this may all sound condescending, but that doesn't stop it from being somewhat true.
No, it does. It just makes you sound like an idiot.
There are many things that are red flags that we could talk about, from the bizarre gun ownership, the flagrant use from my perspective of his religion as a shield from criticism, to the belief that he at one point followed many far-right accounts on Twitter, from Kyle Rittenhouse to Parler.
Oh yeah, because Kyle Rittenhouse is like the beacon of conservatism. Get out of here, dude.
Of course, somebody who owns a gun is going to be supportive of Kyle Rittenhouse. It's a self-defense case where Kyle was found innocent. Of course he's going to be following him. These are the most surface-level observations. He owns gun. Bad. He rich. Bad. I find it funny that earlier in this same video, Discount Noah Sampson says this isn't going to be a video just listing off people he hates on Twitter.
I promise that this video is not going to turn into a list of people who annoyed me on Twitter.
It's exactly that.
And I hope that this is becoming obvious to you as well. In my opinion, there is a regular pattern of behavior there, from supporting Rittenhouse to having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures.
Dude, I love it. Turkey Tom is considered to be so far right now, and Tom's just like he's like a provocateur. He likes getting reactions out of people. That makes him far right. Tom is not far right, dude. If he was so far right, then Destiny wouldn't be friends with him. This dude is so, oh my God. This is the definition of a soy boy. This guy's gonna grow up and look like that guy who's at the pool by himself that everybody's like, make sure you keep your kids away from that guy.
Wendigoon is very publicly friends with Turkey Tom. They have been seen together on multiple occasions, and I've seen online mentions that Tom was either at his wedding or at the very least was invited.
Oh, well, he's done for. You got seen with Turkey Tom. You're over, buddy. Your career's done for.
When he says Wendigoon is friends with far-right fascists, I'm thinking Nick Fuentes, Baked Alaska, not Turkey Tom, the commentary YouTuber.
Tom has been accused of using the N-word multiple times in private conversations.
Yes, because he's a provocateur, dude. He does that on purpose, not because he believes that crap. This guy, for someone who claims to be such a tortured artist, he misses out on so many clear signals. You could tell he got all his feelings. Yeah, dude, this guy just walks around looking for shit to get mad about during the day. Oh, this guy goes in to get his coffee in the morning. Is this 100% pasteurized milk? Were the cows treated well?
Including these screenshots of texts that are alleged to be real.
They are real. These messages Tom sent in high school will haunt them forever.
And he's also been accused of saying that the upper tiers of his Patreon were intended for Jews with deep pockets.
That's also true. Hey, you never asked. That's why you're struggling to pay your bills. Jews with deep pockets, you're welcome to join my Patreon.
Wendigoon is publicly connected to the internet historian and has even appeared in his videos.
Yeah, this whole I was gonna do a video on this on the internet historian because everybody swears to God, especially on Reddit, that he's like some hardcore fascist when he's just like he because he puts like these subtle signals of like Nazism in his videos, but he's a historian. All right, Nazism is a big part of history. Whether you could you could ignore that if you want, but now whether or not he is, I don't know. I was gonna do a video like really examining this. I haven't really researched it that much, but from base takes, I don't see it. You should. I will. You're right. There's so many. Because I check Reddit, YouTube drama all the time to see what's going on in the drama space, and almost weekly there's someone talking about the internet historian. Reddit is overtaken by libs. I'm just saying it right now. The libs are hardcore on Reddit, and they do not like anything that slightly differs from the beliefs that they have. This guy's probably like the moderator of YouTube drama.
The internet historian publicly said that his birthday was April 20th. It is not, and has only said that as a joke because that is Hitler's birthday.
Yeah, and has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that it's National Weed Day.
Okay. Is that it? This guy doesn't explain anything. He just points out one edgy joke these people have said as if that's proof.
Those who fail to read and understand history are doomed to repeat it unless they're purposely trying to make people forget. Yes, that's right, Dave. The reason we are learned about World War II and Nazism in school isn't so that we can go out and become fascists. It's so that we know what not to do. I don't think that this guy picked up that idea in school, though. I think he was probably like, oh, I could either go forward being a fascist or I could try to become a socialist. Well, Nazi bad. And woke good. I'll be woke.
Proof of right-wing extremism and then moves on.
Wendigoon is publicly friends with Donut Operator and even retweeted a photograph of the two of them hugging.
Oh no! That's it. Cancel him. He hugged Donut Operator, who actually has a great channel, by the way, guys. I highly suggest checking out Donut Operator. He does good work.
Donut Operator is a gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber with 4 million subscribers.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to back this up with solid evidence.
His content is very pro-state, pro-cop, pro-gun, and pro-death to people who don't share his beliefs propaganda.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I knew you would probably like Donut Operator, Dave. Yo, Dave, have you watched the Fat Electrician? He does awesome stuff too. I'm a big fan of the Fat Electrician. He does like a lot of war stories and stuff, and he tells them like in such a great comedic way. There's no middle, bad or bad. Pick a side. Yeah, you're either bad here or you're bad there. You can't be bad in the middle. All right, you gotta be bad on the right or you gotta be bad on the left. This guy's pro-gun, pro-cop. Wants to kill anybody who disagrees. Yes, and why'd you unsubscribe to the Fat Electrician, Dave? I like him. You'll have to tell me one day.
For example, one of his videos is titled, Predator Takes Shotgun to the Face, and features a picture of him smiling in the corner of the thumbnail next to an image of a terrified man about to be executed by cops, with the text that reads,
Oh, okay. I was like, You can see how I got that confused. He does have ironic channel names like that. Dude, I love the one video he did where he talks about how Northrop Grumman created the mail truck, and he has a merchandise shirt where it's like the mail truck flying, and it's like Northrop Grumman mail truck.
Head removal.
Did you watch the video? Donut Operator is reviewing a case where a 7-year-old was being harmed, and when the police came in, the guy reached for his gun, leading to his death. Why are you making it sound like you're against this? The criticism from Zane is missing context and is extremely bad faith.
Wendigoon seems very comfortable with a man who makes his living worshipping violence committed by the state. He's a man of no conviction, claiming to be very against the government and for the rights of the people, while at the same time giving a warm embrace to one of the biggest fascist bootlickers on the internet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say to that, man. This guy is completely delusional. Delusional. Turn off MSNBC for a day, bro. Stop watching the Young Turks for 2 minutes. I just saw a Papa Gut title on this saying that this guy doubled down after this video. Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did because he thinks, right? He might actually believe this stuff, but I think that he's doing this more so that the leftists look up to him, and that he wants to probably break into the horror movie industry, and he knows how to get into Hollywood is by being leftist. Now, that just might be my opinion, but you know, if you were a big horror movie fan and you were hoping one day to make horror movies, what better way than to kiss the kiss the ring of Hollywood, which is right now left-leaning. Yeah, he's a martyr. He's a professional victim. Sounds like he had an AI write his whole script and had filler words. Now, the funny thing is, I thought I was going to go on the ChatGPT and write in, "Are conservatives bad?" And they was going to be like, "Yes, they are." But ChatGPT was like, "No, conservatives are not bad." Which I'm glad to see the AI knows better.
The example he used is of a pedophile. How dare Wendigoon be friends with Donut Operator, even though he supports cops stopping pedos? What a bootlicker, a man of no conviction.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Or maybe they're friends because they have stuff in common, like making YouTube videos and liking guns. But I'm just spitballing here.
He is
You know what? That's completely out of line. You're out of line, Willy Mac show. How dare you? How dare you say that two men who have things in common are allowed to hug?
Collaborated with Nick Crowley, who constantly makes money through the most morbid and shameful true crime content.
Nick Crowley's channel is freaking awesome, dude. You take that back. You're just jealous because Nick Crowley makes better stuff than you. Like, I can watch Nick Crowley and sit there and watch him all day long. The videos he finds are, Nick Crowley just makes such great content. He really wraps you in. You'll be on the edge of your seat waiting to find out what happens. And he does a lot of really detailed research. Yes, is the stuff that he's making videos about tragedies? Yes, he does. But Nick Crowley does it in a very classy way. Nick, give me a shout out, bro.
Of showcasing the last minutes of people before they are suddenly and unexpectedly killed.
Isn't that all true crime, all Forensic Files episodes? How is this evidence of anything?
Not to mention your horror buff, where the main goal of the channel is to, watch people violently end it. Like, what is the difference? I'm failing to see it. Yeah, Nick Crowley approaches it from a real life perspective, but he always makes sure to say oh, my heart breaks for the families and stuff. It's not like he's saying, well, gee, they had that coming. It's not like that's not how Nick works at all. This dude is definitely a hater. Just a hater, period. You're right, Astro. Just this big guy in an ugly ass Hawaiian shirt hating on everybody. I still want to box him though, so if anybody wants to set that up, reach out to his team. I don't really have a team, so just ask Astro Worm. He'll let you know. He'll let me know that this guy is ready down the box.
Publicly friends with Shoe on Head, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist.
Oh no, she is not, dude. Shoe on Head is 100% liberal, right? She just, first off, total babe, by the way. But Shoe on Head she criticizes the left. So that's why you guys all think that she's a conservative. Because if you are a leftist, you are not allowed to criticize your own party. As where, if you're a conservative and you criticize the conservative party, look at Steven Crowder, ridicules the conservative party all the time. Nobody tries to kick him out of the conservative party. We know he loves Twitter. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, dude. This guy is habitually online. The only time he ever gets offline is to go film these stupid ass videos.
Who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says stuff like, Karl Marx rising from the grave finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
Yeah, you're right. Sean Head just looks at things and goes, well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me let people know, right? It does. It helps that she's incredibly attractive, but Sean Head's been doing this since she started YouTube. Like, she just looks at things and then gives her logical perspective on them, and then people flip out because she doesn't take the sides of the people who want, like, that. I'm getting too worked up, guys. I gotta breathe.
He's mad because she's talking about him.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Hold up, I've watched a lot of Brandon Buckingham. He has shot guns. He is in no way a gun YouTuber. This is like saying iDubbbz or Ethan are gun YouTubers. It makes no sense. As for threatening rape, he never did that. That is a lie Sneeko told. Zayn is pushing a false rape allegation in the same video he's crying about being slandered for his film analysis.
There is this thing that the
Yeah, leave Brandon Buckingham alone. He's a national treasure. This guy could only wish he was as cool as Brandon Buckingham is.
internet does, where one person says something that is false but sounds believable and is tangentially related
Based,
to what actually
Astro,
happened,
based.
and then other people start to repeat it out of context and morph it and slowly escalate it until it just becomes general belief, even though it is detached from reality. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on them and the way that people culturally see them.
Oh, gee, maybe take your own advice, you schmuck. Yes, the way that people, like, this guy cannot keep a straight thought. One second he's bashing everybody around him, the next second being like, well, you shouldn't say things about people because they could take it the wrong way.
Bro, you're doing that, but instead of it being about the hills have eyes.
See, guys, I knew I did this before Willy even started speaking. I know what's going on here, guys. I know what's going on. This guy's insecure. This guy is sad. He's probably depressed. He probably takes pills. Allegedly. Oh, you mean exactly? Yeah. See, this is what this guy suffers from. He thinks everybody around him's stupid, right? When in reality, he's the only stupid one. It's always the people who are the biggest idiots that are, like, the most, like, that's why they say ignorance is bliss, because the dumbest people are the ones who are the most stubborn, because they're so dumb that they don't fathom the idea that they could ever be wrong about anything.
It's about a rape allegation, something that matters. He goes on like this for over half an hour.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that
Oh, no. You do not speak ill of Oompaville. Oompaville's from Virginia. Virginia is for lovers and for gun lovers. That should be the new sign. Virginia's for gun lovers. Yeah, it's funny that 99% of the people are like, what the F? Then there's this guy. Yeah, dude. This guy probably... Like, as bad as I was on Savannah, this guy is by far the biggest idiot I think I've ever seen on YouTube. And that's saying a lot, because you got people like Boogie2988 on YouTube. So this guy is by far, like, Boogie2988 looks like Mark Twain compared to this dude. I bet he has a full-fledged argument with himself in the mirror and debates himself and bashes himself. Yeah, he wakes up in the morning, he's like, listen, you're good enough. You're good enough. You can get through this day. Yes, the conservatives must be brought to justice, and I will be the one to deliver the hand of justice on them conservatives. How dare they celebrate the American flag? Should I go with a nice shirt today, or just go with the Hawaiian shirt? Yeah, the Hawaiian shirt.
that has taken advantage of Nikado Avocado's mental decline for fame and for money. And on top of that, has made content with the human trafficker, Andrew Tate.
Listen, Oompaville, if you want to bring me on your channel at any time to embarrass me, by all means do it, right? Oompaville's got 4 million subscribers. If you go on his channel, you're going to get a nice little juicy pumping viewership. That's just the facts. Like, Oompaville likes working with other people. Oompaville's like the nicest dude, I think, on YouTube. Especially I like when he yells at his dogs. The duller of the two Hawaiian ones, yeah. Yeah, should I wear the bright-colored Hawaiian shirt, or should I wear the really boring green one? Let's go with the green one.
Nikado is an act. He puts it on. This guy is so socially inept, he doesn't even realize it.
Oh! Oop! 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 That's my scooter! My precious scooter!
Yeah, by the way, I can't stand Nick Avocado. I just want to put that out there. You can say whatever you want about him. I'm not a fan.
You just know this guy turns on WWE and thinks Triple H actually broke into Randy Orton's house. And as far as Andrew Tate,
yeah, that's so great. See, this is why I like Willy Mac. Yay, Tito! I'm glad to have you back. You've been missing some gems, though, honey. You've been missing some gems. We're watching probably by far the most insufferable fella I've ever seen.
respectable interview that took place before the human trafficking charges even came to fruition. He's
We're not talking about Willy Mac either. We're talking about the guy Willy Mac's covering.
retroactively criticizing an interview that was very well received at the time and was handled better than most mainstream media outlets.
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against...
Here we go. You know what the funniest thing? I wouldn't watch him. I've seen what Charlie went through with Nick. Yeah, I'm not up to my I'm not up to the lore on Nikocado Avocado, but yeah, I'm sure he's probably screwed a lot of people over. You never get to the top by not being a little bit, sus. Unless you're moist critical. He just did it the right way, apparently. But yeah, I forget what I was going to say. All right, we'll just let this guy talk. I'm sure I'll get another thought in a second.
Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
I'm against deplatforming Andrew Tate too, and I exposed him to a greater extent than most mainstream media outlets, to the point where they would wait till my video comes out and post an article the next day citing the exact same sources I used in my video. Unless they're a convicted child predator, I'm against deplatforming because it leads to these hateful conspiratorial echo chambers that go unchallenged, festering in the background. There was a while where it seemed like every creator was getting banned, from Leafy to Gideon to Aiden Ross. It's better if everyone's just in the same place where people can routinely make...
It's okay, Tina. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but you should definitely go back and watch. Although I will warn you, you're probably going to get enraged.
Nick look like an idiot for his worldview.
But what if we're living in the same house and there's a fight over, who gets to shower when and who gets this seat on the couch and who... These are the kinds of things that happen in a dense...
Wait, do you think you'd fight with him because he's black over that?
I wouldn't fight about stuff like that. And
Hold. I want to hear the answer to Desi's question.
Well, yeah. Would you fight more with a black person over who gets to use the shower over?
Yes. And here's why. Because
otherwise, more people are going to turn into Sneeko. We don't need more Sneekos.
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
No, he didn't. This is insanity, dude. This is absolute insanity. The funniest thing is, like, a lot of people came out and said that Mutahar was like white supremacist, even though he's Middle Eastern. Because he's married to a white woman, and the white woman used her white power to make him become a white supremacist. Oh my god! Like, I'm telling you guys, just because you can have a YouTube channel doesn't mean you should all the time. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think that's a good idea for this guy to keep talking. He somehow managed to insult everybody around him and not make one single solitary point that would make sense in a regular conversation.
Is he going to give...
He's going hard on this video. Mask off. Yeah, dude. I don't think he cares, dude. I think he's just saying the first thing that comes to his mind. Or he's just being like, okay, what would MSNBC say here? Or CNN. What would they say here? I bet you this guy's going to cry when Trump gets reelected. I'm just saying it right now. He's going to cry. And he's going to make a video being like, I don't know why. This speaks to the bigotry in America that Trump got elected again.
Give any argument for why the video is transphobic? No, of course not. It's because it isn't. So much of this video is, oh look, wendigoon responded to a tweet and that account likes some sus stuff. As if wendigoon is supposed to be aware of that. So what did wendigoon do? Not one of his friends, not one of his followers, him. Well, apparently he started a white supremacist group.
We could talk about his past and supposedly being a founding member in an online conspiracy theory group that, according to him, snowballed out of control into being a white supremacist neo-Nazi organization called the Boogaloo Boy.
Look, I got the Vice News up. I got the Vice News, so it's real if it says Vice in the top.
His online username at the time was Boogaloo Boy, and he claims to be the first to have started using it, but that he left the group and became Wendigoon after things started to get out of hand. And this is not a conspiracy theory in itself. Shockingly, He literally has said so in writing.
Wendigoon admitted this was him creating a meme page where it was taken over by more and more extreme people until he left. It really isn't that damning unless you're going to be extremely uncharitable, which he is.
Also, it should be noted that the Boogaloo Boys are known for wearing Hawaiian shirts. And guess who else always has on a Hawaiian shirt?
You. You do. Listen, all right, if he's a Boogaloo Boy or whatever, you know, that's his thing. But personally, I don't really like Hawaiian shirts, but guess what, guys? Next stream, I'm going to rock a Hawaiian shirt just so I can make fun of this guy more.
Despite the fact that he publicly...
I guess this explains the ugly Hawaiian shirt thing. But doesn't Wendigoon live in Hawaii? Isn't he, like, in Hawaii or somewhere, like, tropical like that? Because that would make a lot more sense. But, yeah. Also, you can't just claim Hawaiian shirts. You can't just say Hawaiian shirts belong to this group. That's like Hawaiian shirts been around for long enough to be like Jimmy Buffett, yeah, for sure. Like, are you going to say everybody at a Jimmy Buffett concert is a Boogaloo Boy? That makes sense. He said he left because of it, and is this guy blind? Yeah, I think this guy just sees what he wants to see. He has tunnel vision. I don't think he cares about facts or logic. He just cares about what he thinks makes him look good. And unfortunately, it does not make him look good at all. It makes him look like an idiot.
Totally does not share in their beliefs, guys.
Zane, it's a popular style of shirt. You're wearing the shirt. What's weirder, Wendigoon wearing a Hawaiian shirt because that's what he likes to wear, or this leftist wearing a Hawaiian shirt even though he thinks it's a racist dog whistle? Is this like Vosh's tactical...
Maybe this is like the thing. Maybe he's secretly a fascist, guys. Maybe this whole time, this has all been misdirection, right? Because this guy clearly is obsessed with race, right? This whole time, it's been clear that this guy is truly the problem. This guy's the one who's racist. It makes so much sense now. What's up with the Twitch people always trying to sell me stuff, man? Like, my Discord is on my YouTube channel. You guys can go jump in, but I'm just telling you now, I'm not going to answer any messages about trying to do my digital art. I do all my own digital work. Vosh. In this video, I dropped an N-bomb. Being one hard R, I did this I did this to show my whatever the fuck that word is, that their language doesn't impress me, and that their slurs don't frighten orders on me. You can see by their reactions that it worked. They were clearly taken back. It was a power move, which I'm entirely unashamed of, but I understand how the language might have upset some of you. This is an example of what I'd call an invocation of slurs, power for good. But that's subject judgment. I invite you all to discuss this in the comments, critically or otherwise. Vosh is so insufferable, dude. Oh my god, I bet you this guy and Vosh touch each other. Allegedly, that's what I've heard. Allegedly, I heard that Vosh and this dude tend to you know, rub their hands on each other and talk about horses.
N-word. This video has zero research behind it, zero common sense. Zane sits there and speculates on how wealthy Wendigoon is, as if that means he can't talk about horror movies.
Not to mention the fact that Wendigoon was raised in a very wealthy family, and with that comes from a wealthy perspective. He himself has inadvertently admitted that his family at one point had millions of dollars.
Oh, Tina, we've been dealing with this all, like, for the past hour, dude. Like, this dude is just off the hinges, dude. Lost his goddamn mind.
My whole thing is instead of speculating this guy's apparel, why not just reach out to him and ask him questions? So I did. He said he worked at a gun store, he liked guns, so he made a meme page about guns. Around 2019, 2020, the joke became super serious to some people, who began to see it as a for the people movement, which was fine at first, but then people began to apply it to whatever their political stance was, and it became a mess, so he left.
Yeah, his voice, dude, his whole shtick is hard to deal with because it's so fake. You could tell this guy does not talk like this at all, and if he does, nobody want to be friends with him. But then again, I don't think this guy has a lot of friends to begin with. That's why he's like doing this pandering so much.
There is no evidence that Wendigoon radicalized anybody. Extremists stole the meme. That's all the evidence available. I asked Wendigoon if Zane ever reached out to him before making his video. He said no, he never reached out. There was a lot he got wrong, even objectively, that I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. For instance, my parents were not rich. In the quote he even reads, I say my dad lost everything, and that was all before I was born. So Zane never even reached out for clarification before assuming the worst from this guy and everyone who's ever appeared in a photo with him. I did more research in the 3 minutes it took to reach out than his 3-hour video. It's embarrassing. In 2019, the Boogaloo Boys became an official group, and Zane attributes every crime they did to Wendigoon.
Do you remember when armed men were arrested a few years ago for planning the kidnapping of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmire? That was the Boogaloos. Do you remember when white people showed up at the George Floyd protests and caused property damage and violence in the hopes that black people would be blamed for that? That was the Boogaloos.
Oh my god, this guy makes me wanna run my face into a wall really fast. Since Willy Mac just put this out yesterday, I don't want to watch the whole thing. I will put the link in the description so that you guys can go finish it, but I don't want to, Willy Mac just released it yesterday. It's got 255,000 views, though, so it's not like he's hurting for the views, and this is going to be a big topic, but I imagine if we keep watching, there's just going to be more of the same, just absolute shallow research coming from a guy who clearly is in over his head and has no clue what the hell he's talking about 90% of the time. Actually, no. I'm going to go as far as to say 98% of the time this guy is full of crap. Like, just straight full of crap. I mean, like, how much more, like, info do you need to show that this guy is just a complete and total, like, idiot? I'm just going to leave him right there. That's good. He's going to be my background for the rest of this video. But anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video today. Do you guys want to do karaoke? I don't know if you guys want to do karaoke or not. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to hear some karaoke or not. I mean, my voice is a little sore because I was doing I was laying the vocal tracks down for my Keffel song. It's gonna be awesome, dude. But yeah, this dude, you know, where's he at? Right here. This dude right here, complete and insufferable idiot. It's up to you. Maybe we'll forego the karaoke. The next time you guys hear me sing, maybe it'll be the Keffel song. I think that you guys will like that. Cause I might have to lay some more tracks down, so I might wanna hold off on singing today. Plus, I think that YouTube was starting to get a little angry that I kept getting copyright claims, and I think that the algorithm might have started like not liking my channel as much because I was getting copyright claims on so many of my videos, even though I would always take them out. I think that, you know, if you have a copyright claim on every single video you do, that YouTube might kind of start looking at you like you're not really original or genuine. So that's why I haven't done the karaoke thing. Even when I play the guitar and sing, they still copyright claim that. So I'd probably be better off like making my own songs or something. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. But yeah, I'll be streaming probably again tomorrow, guys. We're gonna be playing The Walking Dead. So in VR. I'm not going to put myself in the corner this time. We're just going to stream with my voice and the video, so it should be fun. I think we're going to do that. I'm not sure, because I kind of also need to work on the Keffel's video, but if you guys are in a Discord, you'll know. I know, so many restrictions. It sucks. But it is what it is, Tina, you know? So, yeah, I think this is going to be fun times. But I'm glad that we're back into the swing of things, guys. Do not listen to this man. Do not, or boy. Yeah, I'd hardly refer to this guy as a man. Just because he has a mustache doesn't make him smart. It does make me smart, however. This is a mustache. This is a mistake. I actually kind of like that. Mustache, mistake. Yeah, so yeah, that's wild. Just to sum it up, I mean, I don't know really what else I could add to this, right? I feel like this guy is just desperately pandering to the leftist audience. He doesn't care what he says. He doesn't care how accurate it is. He doesn't care as long as he's like, oh, look at me. Look how woke I am. Look how woke I am. Tina, I kid you not, this guy said at one point, if you meet a white person and they don't tell you that they're not racist, then they're probably racist. Like that's the kind of commentary we've been dealing with from this idiot. I think that's why I don't have a channel. I pushed the limit and then some. Yeah, I try to flirt with the line and then, not cross it. Like I like to be, like, if I was on Rumble or something, like where I could just kind of really spout off, I'd really probably like give it my all. But I think calling this guy an idiot is like fair. I know YouTube might look at it as bullying, but I mean, YouTube, listen, when you have a guy on your channel who's clearly just spitting out lie after lie after lie after lie, what else am I supposed to call him? He's irresponsibly organizing his audience to attack other creators because they disagree with his dim view on things. I definitely smoke weed vapes on stream. Yeah, I did that once, and then I just get too distracted, and I go off on these tangents. So I'm trying to get I'd like to get the stream down to an hour. So that would be ideal. An hour-long stream with all of my stuff laid out, ready to go. We'll just go bam, 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 topic. But we're getting back into the swing of things, so I don't mind going a little late. Plus, I'm off now on Friday, so I can kind of enjoy myself a little bit and take it easy. This is like a Friday stream. But yeah, it is definitely too easy to get distracted when you're doing the devil's lettuce, when you're smoking the devil's lettuce while you're trying to run a program. But yeah, I would like to get the stream to be a lot more organized in the future. I know that we're kind of right now I'm like so obsessed with cryptocurrency, like, so that's like where I'm most, like, when I first started the stream, I would just listen to drama stuff all the time and find out what the drama is, and then I would just kind of talk about that. But lately I've been watching a lot of crypto banter, crypto stuff, just because I need to get money. Essentially that's where it comes to. I need to get money so that I can actually sit down and make this channel what I want it to be. Right now I'm just kind of trying to survive and do everything. It will. Thank you, Tina. I think it will get there too. As long as I got you guys here to support me and keep that chat flowing like it is, I think that it's only a matter of time till we keep picking up more people. I definitely feel like YouTube has kind of like lost its love for my channel a little bit, but I still get a lot of people who in the comments who watch some of my videos and just tell me how much they enjoy the content that I bring. And that alone keeps me going. And you guys showing up every day. I don't want to, even though it's just two of you guys right now, and Dave's my cousin now, so he ride or die with me. You guys are the reason I keep doing this, right? You guys are the reason I continue to do this. As long as you guys keep showing up, income, I know he can't be here all the time because he's got to get done he has to do stuff at 5. As long as you guys are here to support me, I will continue to do this, all right? I know for a while there it got a little sticky and I was kind of like losing myself a little bit as a creator. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in. And as someone who's like so incredibly like creative like driven, if I don't feel like I'm in a right place or I'm half-assing what I'm doing, like a lot of times that can eat at me mentally. So I was kind of finding myself losing myself a little bit in what I wanted to do and where I wanted to take the channel, because things like, I feel like if we just kept streaming every day, we would have been fine. And I almost streamed again yesterday, but I do need to take time to work on the other videos too. I love streaming. I really, really do. But there's so much more I feel like I have to offer. And a lot of times I can't do that on stream. A lot of times I feel like I need to, I need to do things. Megan Davis, hello, welcome to the stream. Uh-oh, I think my stream froze. Did my stream freeze? Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I guess, oh no, okay, it's back. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know why the stream like freezed right there. I'm doing good, Megan. I'm doing good. We're actually about to wrap up the video today. I've been streaming since 5, but we stream Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 till whenever. Depends on what we're talking about. All right, good. Yeah, because it froze on my restream, but I reloaded the page and then it came back up. But I was like, I was frozen on the stream. I was like this. You know how like, do you ever guys like make a video and then the YouTube will pick a thumbnail for you and it's just like the absolute worst thumbnail that you could imagine? You're like, why do you do that? Why is it that thumbnail? Like I look like an idiot. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Megan Davis, I hope that you'll consider joining the next stream that we do. Just, maybe tap that notification bell and let me know so you guys can see. I don't know, does Twitch have a notification bell when I go live? I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys again so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, screw this guy. Weirdo. Total weirdo.